Hello everybody, my name is The Loyal Royal and today it's an absolutely massive game, especially for Noel Hunt. It's Reading versus Doncaster. Reading coming off the back of a 1-0 win midweek against Northampton where Kelvin Ihebachiman was on the score sheet in replace of Jack Marriott, who has had a hamstring issue which is a little bit worrying. But look, Doncaster, Grant McCann's got a great side. Billy Sharp, ex-Royal, Luke Molyneux, some really good players there. They won League 2 last year. It's not going to be an easy game. If I was a betting man, I'd predict 1-1 today as Reading are the draw masters, which could see Noel Hunt get sacked. I'll see you at Select Car Leasing Stadium to interview some fans and hopefully see a Reading win. Come on, you Rs. Well, here we are at the Select Car Leasing Stadium against Doncaster. Reading needing an absolutely massive home win today. It could be a huge result. Doncaster got some very exciting players in Luke Molyneux, in Billy Sharp. This could be a very interesting game. For me, I think it's going to be a very cheeky 2-1 win to the Royals. Hello everyone! And we've got a very excitable Royals fan here in Silver. So, Silv, what's our score prediction for today against Doncaster? Because I was saying before, it could be a very interesting match. They've got some very good players, Doncaster. They won League 2 last year. What could happen today?
3-2 to us today.
3-2 to Reading. Why do you think that?
Because after we played on Tuesday, I think we've got our tails up now. And he's played the same side he played on Tuesday. I think if we can get a couple of early goals, I think they will score. That's that type. They always score most of their games. Billy Sharp looks quite still, an old veteran's there. He can pop up and score at any time. So I'm going for 3-2 today. I think we'll win 3-2.
3-2 today. And Noel Hunt has come under a lot of scrutiny over the past weeks or so, with Rob Couhig actually flying out to, I think, have a meeting with him if against the game with Northampton on Tuesday. So what do you think about Noel Hunt? Are you Noel Hunt in? Are you Noel Hunt out? Are you somewhere in the middle? What's your thoughts, Silver?
It's been up and down for the last few weeks. At one point, I'll be honest with you, I wanted him out, like most of the fans did. But then I thought, he's come back the last couple of games, couple of draws, the win on Tuesday. Unlucky against Cardiff as well. It's going to be difficult because if he does go, it's the question who's going to replace him. Like most managers get fired these days, and who's going to replace him. So at the end of the day, I just think just see how he goes. See if Rob Couhig's happy with him at the moment, and he's not getting, and they're getting results, whether a win or draw. They're not losing games anymore. They don't lose any more games. It should be all right, but you know what football, what football's all about, don't it? Football changes like that.
It's all about results, Silver. It's all about results. It's 100%. What did you make of Kelvin Ihebachiman's goal against Northampton? So, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I was sitting down because I was absolutely gobsmacked. He's never seen him score a goal like that before, ever. But yeah, it was a well-taken goal. Great goal, probably one of the best goals he scored, I think.
Here with Paul outside the Select Car Leasing Stadium on a very cold and windy match day against Doncaster Rovers. Grant McCann's side haven't won in, I think, 5 in the league, right, with only drawing once and losing the other 4. What's our thoughts on that, Paul, today?
Well, hopefully after the win on Tuesday, we can follow that up with another back-to-back home win. And yeah, it's always good to hear that the team you're facing is not in the best of form at the moment. So hopefully that's something we can build on. 100%.
And in this team today, they're not on the greatest of form. They got promoted, that they were League 2 champions last year, and they've got a few really good players in there. 2 players for me: Billy Sharp, ex-Royal, ex-Sheffield United. Great goal scorer at this level, and Luke Molyneux, 2 really, quite dangerous players for Doncaster today. Is there any players for Reading today that you could go, you know what, he could score, he could change the game, he could potentially carve out a result for the Royals today?
Well, I think, I'll have to follow your dad's advice and just keep putting money on Wing to score, because it seems to hurt.
Every week we do get Justin Fincham. Guess who I've just won money on this week, and it'll be Lewis Wing. So yeah, Lewis Wing's a danger man then?
Well, possibly. I mean, to be honest, I don't care where the goals come from, as long as they come from somebody wearing a hoop shirt. So, I'm hoping for a win. Hopefully keep a clean sheet as well would be nice, I think. And I'm going to predict 2-0 for Reading.
Here we are outside the SACKED Leasing Stadium with a less excitable Reading fan in Justin. Dad, win against Northampton on Tuesday. I wasn't there, I was working sadly. What can you tell me about that result?
It was a great game. To be honest, it was a great game on one factor alone, that we won. And fair play to Kelvin E. You know, I'm really hoping it gives him some confidence and he can knock another one in today. I do think we'll win today. I think it'll be maybe 2-1 to us. And I think the scorers today could be Savage and Lane.
Interesting, Dad. Do you think 2-1 to us against a Doncaster side who haven't won in the league in 5? They won in the EFL Trophy against Grimsby Town. Grant McCann's side, they did really well at the start of the season, I must admit. Last year they won League 2, champions. I think runners-up was Port Vale, from what I can remember there. You know, we've already come against a side that's been promoted from League 2. We had to come against two in AFC Wimbledon and Port Vale. We lost to AFC Wimbledon in the league, won against Port Vale due to a Paddy Lane goal. How difficult has it been, Dad, this season with teams that have been promoted from League 2 to then play against us? Do you reckon they have a different sort of game plan, or do you think it's a similar sort of thing?
I think it's always difficult when you move up a league. You know, there's a big void between second division and first, as there is to the championship from the first as well. But today I think we should be okay. I mean, if you think about some of the games you've had, Cardiff, we were really unlucky not to win that. Barnsley, in fairness, at Barnsley we played well and we lost that one. So I'm actually thinking that we might have some momentum. I'll tell you what really I liked about midweek was the fact that I think all the boys are playing for Noel. So I'm pro Noel. I think keep him
in.
I want him in. I think why not? I mean, look, the lads know him. He's a Reading guy through and through. We've got Jilksy underneath him. We've got, you know, some great management, great chairman, Mr. Kuig, and the rest of the boys. But I think we'll do okay. I think we'll be okay now. I'm hoping after today we can walk out of here today and we can say, look, another win. 2 on the bounce, 2-1 winners.
Here we are outside the Select Car Leasing Stadium with David. It's a tough game today, David, I must admit. On paper, you think, you know what, maybe it won't be as hard. Doncaster, winless in 5 in the league. But they're a good side. Grant McCann's got them playing well. Ex-Royal Billy Sharp is against us today. What threat can he pose for us? Well, against us, I should say.
Yeah, how many goals has he scored this season so far?
I don't think many. I want to say 2 or 3, but last year he was banging them in.
Yeah, well, look, this is a different season, so it'll be interesting to see how he does play. You know, ex-Reading players tend to do well,
always, yeah,
especially at home or away for them, at home for us. I think if we play like we did during the week, I think we're gonna do all right. You know, I don't think we necessarily will have the impact up front, but we've only been scoring 1, maybe 2 goals anyway.
Yeah.
So you know, if we get that lucky chance, we've got players across the pitch that can score. So you know, I'm hopeful, and I think we've got to bounce off on Wednesday's game and have the confidence that we're going to win today.
Yeah, 100%. And there's a lot of danger men in this Reading FC side at the moment.
Yeah.
I think with us, and when we win games, is on individual moments of brilliance.
Yeah.
Paddy Lane against Port Vale comes to mind as one of them. I mean, it was a good goal for us to win that game.
Yeah.
Kelvin Bashman, that header, moment of brilliance again.
We were all moaning at him, weren't we? Because he wasn't scoring, and then he pops up with that one. And that was good. I saw that on TV. And it just shows you how good mind you, it was a good cross.
It was from Paddy Lane, I must admit. Do you think that we can have another moment of brilliance today, or do you think it'll be an all-round team performance to hopefully grind out a result against Doncaster Rovers?
Based on the midweek game, I think it's going to be a team effort, and based on that, I think we're going to have a couple of players that are going to get what they need, and that's goals.
100%. Have we got a score prediction for us today, David?
Oh, look, I always go for 3-0, but I think I'm going to say 2-0 to Reading.
Stephen's forced to make a great save. Now a corner. Hopefully we don't concede. Half time, 0-0. Here we are, half time at the Jazz Club with Jezza. Silver did not turn on the camera. So we've had an interesting half, haven't we? It's a bit boring. It's 0-0.
Yeah.
What is this game lacking?
A centre forward.
Explain, how's Kelvin Ibasham been playing today?
Well, I mean, he's not, is he, really? I mean,
He's not been amazing, I'll say that. It feels like we're lacking something that's linking the midfield to the attack.
I think we miss a Marriott-type character, really. I think we, bring back Sam Smith,
Oh, I love that. But in terms of positives for us today, the back four have been solid, and both wingers, especially Paddy Lane, have been top tier. What do you think?
Yeah, Paddy Lane's put in some great balls, but as I say, there's no one in the middle to meet them. I think Savage has done well. We look like we're the better team. We don't look like losing, but we don't look
like winning either.
We don't look like scoring.
No, this has got 0-0 written all over it. At the moment, fingers crossed we win, touch wood, but at the moment, 0-0 written all over it. Do you think that's a fair assessment?
Yes, I think we need some changes. I'd bring on Yedom, shake it up a bit, maybe take off Kelvin, see what happens.
Here we are, half-time in the Jazz Club with Dad. I was saying to Jezza earlier, it's been a very boring game. 0-0 at the moment. The game's lacked a centre forward and quality. Dad, thoughts on the game so far?
I think we're lacking a bit of quality. I think we need a bit more from Ben Elliott. I think Paddy Lane's playing well and Jacob's playing well, but they played well midweek. And I still think that we've got enough to win the game. I know it's silly, but I think we're playing, in the first half we were playing into the sun. I think this half we're playing the other way, obviously, and I think that will help us. I think we'll grow in confidence and, hopefully we'll just nick a 1-0 win. I think it's very level, but, Wingy was unlucky, but I think the goal might come from, we were just talking about it, it could be, even though Kelvin's had a funny old first half again, he might just nick a goal, or Paddy Lane, or maybe a Wingy special, but I think we've got 1-0 in us. If we get one, could we get two? Who knows?
Doncaster Rovers, in terms of them, as I said before the match, Billy Sharp and Luke Molyneux, two players that I think are their standouts at least, and their goalkeeper, which you've seen today.
Goalie's played well.
Billy Sharp has not really had anything in the game, has he? Paulie O'Connor and Derek Williams, the two defensive centre-backs, the two centre-backs have played really well. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree. I think that the keeper for them has played really well, the defence has played well. It'll be interesting what it will be like for them playing into the sun. So, it's really bright out there. I mean, we were saying it's like an August, day. It's day out. So, who knows? Maybe the sun might make the difference today.
Billy Sharp scores. 1-0 Donny. It's coming, to be fair.
Come on, you arse!
Kamari Doyle scores 1-1. Billy Sharp is not getting any respite from Reading fans. In the slightest. He wants more. And that is where the match finished. It was 1-1 in the end, with Billy Sharp on the score sheet for Doncaster Rovers and Kamari Doyle scoring for Reading FC, rescuing a point. Now this would turn out to be Noel Hunt's last ever game as Reading manager, as he was sacked the morning after. Wow, a decision I think was needed to be made. I think Noel Hunt wasn't the best manager for the situation we currently find ourselves in. When he first came in, I thought he was perfect for the role. We needed somebody who cared about Reading through and through and that bled blue and white, and he fit that description. And I've got to say thank you to Noel for coming in at such a hard time for the club. But after this, I think he's taken us as far as he can probably take us, and I think a new manager is definitely needed. So hopefully we push up the table, and if I'm being optimistic, we could finish playoffs, but it will probably be around 10th. If you did enjoy this video, please do like, subscribe, as I'd really appreciate it. And as always, guys, stay loyal. Bye-bye.